Breaking news. Major changes are underway in the world of international trade. President Donald Trump has just announced new tariffs, sending shockwaves through global markets. But what does it mean for the US economy? And for you? Let's break down the latest updates. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Knowledge. I'm your name. And in today's video, we're diving deep into the latest tariff news out of Washington. Just yesterday, on April 8th, President Trump ramped up the pressure on global trade with significant tariff announcements, and they could affect everything from your online shopping to global relationships. Here's the deal. On April 5th, 2025, the US introduced a new 10% tariff on all imports. But things didn't stop there. The US has targeted some specific countries with even harsher penalties. As of April 8th, China, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and other nations are facing massive tariff hikes, with some rates reaching up to 54% on Chinese goods. Now the real question, why is this happening? Well, these tariffs are part of President Trump's larger strategy to reduce trade deficits and bring manufacturing jobs back to the US. But the story doesn't end there. There are already signs that these changes could escalate into a full-blown trade war. On the other side, China has wasted no time responding. They've slapped retaliatory tariffs on US products, and the tension is building. As of yesterday, China has imposed a 34% tariff on many American imports, which has pushed the overall tariff on Chinese goods to a total of 104%, a huge hit for US manufacturers and consumers alike. But here's where it gets tricky. While the US government is betting on these tariffs to bring jobs back to America, critics argue that the average consumer could be in for a rough ride. Experts warn that prices on everything from electronics to clothing are about to go up. If you've been eyeing a new smartphone or laptop, now might be the best time to buy before the price hikes hit. Retailers are already bracing for impact, and some are advising customers to make purchases sooner rather than later. But of course, it's not just tech items that will be affected. Industries across the board are preparing for the ripple effects of these tariffs. So what's the bigger picture here? Well, the United States administration is framing this as a win for American industry. But as tariffs increase, it's clear this situation is far from simple. The ultimate goal is to close trade gaps and bring jobs back home, but could it backfire and lead to higher costs for you and me? And it's not just about prices. The global political landscape is shifting too. The United States is facing increasing criticism from trade partners, and some countries have already vowed to fight back with more tariffs of their own. This is more than just an economic policy, it's starting to feel like a political tug-of-war. With all this in mind, the coming months are going to be critical. Will these tariffs lead to an economic boost for the United States, or will they spark a full-fledged trade war? Only time will tell, but what's clear is that global trade is undergoing a massive transformation right before our eyes. That's it for today's update on the United States tariff situation. Be sure to stay tuned for more updates on this story and others. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell to get notified. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think these tariffs will help or hurt the United States economy? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and we'll